Hi guys, Ancient Warrior. Welcome back to Prepping in Free America. If you like what you hear here, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be the first kid on your block to know what craziness we're talking about, hit the bell icon with all. And leave comments. Okay guys. Let's talk price increases. I went out this morning for coffee, and I was listening to a guy and his bunch of his buddies, and I know all of them. He was talking about how wonderful it was gas was down. Around here, gas is $2.58. I just reminded him I'm standing there with my coffee cup fixing to sit down at a table. And I walked by and I tapped his table and I said, let me tell you something. A year ago, that same gallon of gas that we're paying $2.58 for was $1.68. And I said, we're still in a price increase. And then he looked at me and he said, oil companies got to make money too. And I said, they do. Anything over about $30 a barrel, they're making money. He didn't know that. And the only reason I knew it was because I have a friend who's in the oil and gas industry who told me that. I went to Sam's yesterday. That was a backup. I went to Walmart too. I'm trying to keep a bunch of cheap meat cooked up around the house because I like it. And I'll tell you, now I've been buying cheap meat at $3.54 a pound since about April, May, June, somewhere in there. Oh, guys and gals, it's cold out here today. As you can tell, I'm in my beanie and my greenie, and my coffee doesn't take long for it to start cooling off. I may have to get my thermos cup out. When I went and got it at Walmart yesterday, got the cheap meat at Walmart, $3.95 a pound. This a year, 2 years ago, 2 years ago. You could pick it up all day long at about $1.75 to $2.50 a pound. And yes, members of Congress are being geniuses again. They're accusing meat processors of inflating prices. Let me tell you something. Life is a trickle down. And if you don't pay attention, you'll turn a spigot off in one place, and as it trickles down, it's no longer trickling down. Things start drying up below it and drying up and drying up. The Biden administration, the day he walked in, stopped the Keystone Pipeline. Decided he was going to stop all exploration of drilling on all federal lands. Took a couple of months, but we started seeing price increases on fuel. Started seeing shortages of stuff too, about the same time we started seeing the price increase on fuel. Now, what Congress didn't tell you, didn't say, is that in 2020, a lot of meatpacking plants were shut down. Were shut totally down for as much as 2 and 3 months. And Tyson and Swift, the two big boys on the block, they had some plants they didn't reopen. Just wasn't feasible anymore. Fuel prices went up, cost them more to ship it. Well, let me tell you something. They're not going to eat that increase on fuel. They're going to pass it along to the grocery stores. Who passes it along to the consumer? All we have to do is point back, look back at what Biden did in January. Folks, we have got, if you're not prepping today, you need to get started. Because by the end of Mr. Biden's time in 2024, I expect that, that 3-pound or 4-pound pack of cheap meat I get to be double or triple. A lot of people have been gutting beef out because they just can't afford it anymore. $5 a pound for a hamburger, and that's not the good stuff either, folks. I was talking to my nephew, who lives out in California. He's in the Marine Corps out there. And he and my grandson both have asked for care packages. Said, don't send us Christmas gifts. Send us care packages. He told me that, in no uncertain terms, I asked him, I said, have you gone to Costco or Sam's or someplace? And he said, has a membership, but gas is real expensive out there right now. I'm complaining at $2.58 a gallon. They're at $4.58, $5 a gallon. And he says, get near one of the major cities, and it goes up to almost $6. The little guys are chasing a squirrel. I may have to close the door here in just a second. Guys, I put a care package in the mail both boys to their homes. I thought that poor guy at FedEx was going to have heart failure when I brought all these packages, and we started weighing them. And he said, for as big as these things are, they don't weigh a lot. And I said, no. He said, can I ask what's in them? And I said, yeah. I said, pointed to one, and I said, ramen noodles. 4 cases of ramen. My nephew told me that buying ramen noodles out there was almost 30 cents a pack. I got them for 18. I also sent each boy a case of toilet paper. The guy at FedEx looked at me and said, you got 4 cases of ramen in each and a case of toilet paper, and it doesn't weigh. I said, no, nothing. It doesn't weigh that much. Now, when he got to the 2 boxes that had the 4 cases of raviolis in them, he said, these weigh a little more. And I said, yeah. He said, what's in these? And I said, each box has 4 cases of raviolis in it. And he said, this is going to California. And I said, yeah. And he said, why? And I said, because my grandson and my nephew is having problems getting certain things out there that they like to eat. And Grandpa is going to take care of that grandkid. And Uncle is going to take care of that nephew. I don't know what you're experiencing in your area on shortages and price increases. But I'm telling you right now, folks, you need to get your head planted on the idea that a year from today it's going to be a lot higher. 2 years from today it's going to be probably twice as high as it was a year from now. And by the time Joe Biden walks out of office, you may be praying that you can get a can of Spam to put in your beans. Folks, I'm not a fearmonger, but I am going to tell you, if you're not prepping, you're insane. If you don't have at least a year's worth of stuff in your house right now, that's insanity. We see the way it's going, and it's not getting better. Even though Dinky Joe thinks he's doing such a good job. So with that being said, remember, it's better to have this stuff and not need it than need it and not have it. And if you're prepping, you're going to live free. I'm the Ancient Warrior, and you've been to Free America.